Hi, we're Avalon, and you're watching Breathecast.com.
For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love. I'll be a witness in the silences when words are not enough. With every breath I take, I will give thanks to God above. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love.
I think it has a lot to do with making sure that you're in the Word every day and, staying focused, that we feel very blessed to sing for like a great audience like we did tonight with, almost 3,000 people. And then there's some nights that 200 people show up and God's like, remember why you're doing this, And so we have strived, Greg has been challenging us lately to make sure we're striving to give excellence no matter who's out there. And I love that. I think that's a great challenge because we joke, we'll sometimes say, it's an audience of one, but that really is our hearts, and we'll realize that we do this and we're thankful, then we realize that the giftings that we have are from God, and so we're quick to give it back to Him and realize that if we took it for granted, He could simply take it away.
Me without you, it's just a lie, and I don't want to walk that road. I feel so far from home, 'cause my heart needs to be right where you are. So I don't wanna go. I wanna go somewhere, even though you're not there. I don't wanna be there without you. I wanna go somewhere.
I think it's kind of a democracy as far as like if we have to choose a song, or I don't know if a choice has to be made on an album cover, you have to concede sometimes and realize it's not just whether you're looking good or you're sounding good. It's, you have 3 other people to consider, but I think we typically vote on things. And
well, let's just be honest, Jeremy. It's pretty much the women run the show. So it's a democracy between these two.
it's true, in 12 years, you would think in a group like this, with all the decisions that have to be made and, who sings what or whatever, that there would be a lot more drama than there has been.
There really hasn't.
But there really hasn't been. And, I think when you realize that if one of you succeeds, you all succeed. And if one of you shines, then, that spreads the light on everybody. And so it's a lot of giving and taking.
Tender. I like that quote.
Shine, shine.
Well, I always say we were actually over in Seoul, Korea in January, and we were doing an interview for the Armed Forces Radio. Mm-hmm. But I had also done an interview for the Armed Forces, one of their newspapers, and I said, it's sort of a weird situation because we're sad to have Jody leave the road, but on the same hand, we've been so thrilled with Jeremy and what he has brought to Avalon, and that's not just his incredible talent, because he's undeniably talented, but his spirit and his dancing, yeah, of course. But it's really amazing how his spirit matches the spirit of the ministry of Avalon, and we could have found somebody that was really, really talented and had a terrible spirit, or found somebody that had a great spirit but really couldn't sing very well. So, we're glad Jeremy has both of those things.
Good spirit, good voice.
And he showers at least twice a week.
There you go.
So the smell in the bus, stays fresh.
3 times on tour.
Woo!
Oh, good. found when we all finally decided who we were voting for and everything, we would sometimes wear shirts on, we did one time on the stage. But
Got in trouble.
Yeah, we got in trouble for that.
Well, not just with fans, because they didn't like who we were voting for.
Right. Yeah.
There was
Not
some
technically
heckling.
in trouble, but, I think I don't know. We haven't discussed it, so.
We haven't discussed that. I do believe in some core issues.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest ones for me as a believer is the right to life. And so I almost always will take my vote to someone who believes that a baby is a baby right away. And
That's only one this time, right? None.
as far as presidential elections, I think there are one of them, but regardless, that's a big issue for me, and I don't know about everybody else, but I feel very strongly about that.
I would concur.
Vote for pro. See, Ren?
And I answer from the deepest part of me. I lift up my heart and I cry. My Adonai, you were maker of each moment and Father of my hopes and my freedom.
But I'll never be the same because he changed my life when he became everything to me. More than a story, more than words on a page of history. The air that I breathe, water like thirst for, and the ground beneath my feet. Oh, he's everything. Nursing home.
Wow,
I
10
mean-
years.
Well, we've only been around for 12, so that's like doubling it. I have no idea.
It's funny because we get asked that a lot, and I think we are of the mindset that as long as God continues to open up the door, we're willing to get on the bus and go. And, you can worry about what your career might look like 3 months from now, 10 years from now, whether anyone will show up when you come to a church to sing, but God's just led us every step of the way. And, honestly, I didn't know that 12 years later I would be sitting here talking to you. And so he's been faithful to just give us, so many opportunities, and we will continue to go as long as he does that. So if it's 10 years, if it's 15, if it's, 10 more months.
If this is our last tour,
Yeah, if this is our
come
last
see
interview
us.
ever.
You may never see us again.
It's a new day. Now, if you've been made a new creature in Jesus tonight, I want to see you put your hands up like this. Come on.
Where did
We
you hear
had
that?
jokes about that.
Have you heard that? Seriously, have you heard it? Ah!
We did talk about it. We need the fun.
Oh,
to
what a
do it.
mess.
It would be a
Oh.
funny show.
Greg
I'm
would
telling
always be
you.
hiding in his bunk.
I would never come out of that curtain.
Eating
I would
cereal.
And I'd be crying.
You'd be crying. Well, because we've got the 4
sure
kids, always three.
I mean, it's
usually,
reality on that bus.
Oh,
so
man.
It would be interesting.
Mm.
It would be interesting.
That's a reality that I'm not quite sure I'm ready to share. But actually, there has been talk about that in the past, and it's never turned out. I never really got a vote on it.
You did it.
No, I didn't get a vote. My vote would be
But
no.
like you said, the girls.
The girls, see, so my vote doesn't really matter. You talk about,
Kidding.
talk about voting?
Just kidding.
We'll send you a video.
Okay, there you go.
Just for you. Just for you.